When Grandma kept falling out of her wheelchair, the family grew concerned. Her son, Michael, couldn't understand how it kept happening despite all precautions. To ensure her safety, he installed cameras around the house, hoping to find an explanation. What the footage revealed, however, was far more shocking than he ever anticipated. Michael watched the recordings, heart-pounding, as a disturbing truth began to unfold. With trembling hands, he grabbed his phone and did what his wife had suggested. After all, he called the police. As he explained what had happened, a tear rolled down his face. He hoped it wasn't too late yet. But what had Michael found? Where was his mother? And what had he seen on the security footage that upset him so much? But before we start, smash the like button and make sure to subscribe if you haven't, and hit that notification bell so that you won't miss any new stories. It hadn't seemed to be anything serious at first. Grandma Kathy was only getting older, and it was becoming more and more difficult for her to move around on her own. At first, she had gotten a walking cane to help her get around the house, and she used a walker whenever she left the house. This seemed to work for a while, but it wasn't long before she switched to a wheelchair. Kathy pretended to be unfazed, but Michael knew it was a big deal for her. "You're doing great, Mom," he often reassured her, helping out as much as he could. Either he or Loretta stopped by the house daily, often bringing meals or groceries. They even paid for small renovations to make her home wheelchair accessible and installed a stair lift. Everything seemed to be going well, and no one expected things to go downhill so quickly. One day, Loretta came home and hurried straight to Michael. "Honey, your mother, I don't," she stammered, her voice trembling. Michael's worry spiked instantly. "What is it? Is she okay?" he wanted to know. Loretta, her face pale, sat him down and explained she had just gone to bring Kathy some soup. When Kathy opened the door, Loretta was shocked to see her face covered in bruises. Loretta, shocked, asked what had happened, but Kathy just brushed it off and said she had fallen out of her wheelchair. Despite the bruises, she seemed otherwise fine, though a bit embarrassed by the whole situation. She assured her daughter-in-law that she shouldn't worry and it wouldn't happen again. "I was just being clumsy, that's all," she insisted. Michael felt terrible about the incident and immediately hired a caregiver to help his mother with dressing, bathing, laundry, and other tasks. Although Kathy initially insisted she was managing fine on her own, she eventually agreed to the help after a serious conversation with Michael. However, no one anticipated the disaster that followed, and it came extremely unexpected, to say the least. It's important to note that Michael and Loretta had met with the caregiver, Nicole, before officially hiring her and thought she was perfect for the job. Nicole seemed honest, hardworking, and experienced, giving them confidence that Grandma Kathy would be in good hands. Michael regularly checked in with his mother, who assured him she liked Nicole and appreciated the help. But the next time he saw her, he was in for a huge shock. One day, Michael dropped by his mother's house to have a cup of tea with her as he was already in the neighborhood, and he couldn't believe his eyes when she opened the door. "Oh, Mom, are you okay? How did that happen to you?" he asked as he gently hugged Kathy and entered the house. She just sighed and averted her eyes. She was all bruised again. Michael gently led his mother to the living room and insisted she rest on the couch, expressing his concern. "Mom, let's sit down. You need to take it easy," he said softly. He watched her carefully as she settled into the couch, her frail form seeming even more delicate. Kathy offered a weak smile, trying to lighten the mood, but Michael's worry was evident. He couldn't shake the feeling that something was seriously wrong. Kathy assured him she was just clumsy, but Michael felt uneasy deep inside. "It's nothing, Michael. I'm just getting old and forgetful," she said, chuckling lightly. He nodded but couldn't hide the concern on his face. "I don't want you to keep getting hurt, Mom. We need to figure this out," he replied. Although Kathy tried to dismiss the issue, it was clear that Michael's unease lingered. The next morning, Michael and Loretta discussed what he had seen and agreed it was time to get to the bottom of things. Over breakfast, Michael recounted the incidents. "Something isn't adding up, Loretta," he said. Loretta listened intently, the crease on her forehead deepening with worry. "We can't just ignore this, Michael. Let's find out what's really happening," she urged. They both knew they had to act quickly. Loretta decided to take a week off from work to personally oversee things at Kathy's house. Michael agreed, appreciating her willingness to help. She planned to observe Nicole's interactions with Grandma while secretly keeping an eye on the house. With a plan in place, Loretta prepared for her stay at Kathy's house, determined to uncover the truth. Pretending it was a regular visit, Loretta moved in and took notes discreetly. She brought a few bags, making it look like she was just spending time with Kathy. Kathy seemed pleased and didn't question the extended stay. Loretta stayed close whenever Nicole was around, always alert. She was surprised by how professional and pleasant Nicole seemed. Despite this, Loretta remained watchful. One afternoon, while taking out the trash, Loretta noticed Nicole speaking on the phone in hushed, anxious tones. She didn't intend to eavesdrop, but the change in Nicole's voice caught her attention. Standing behind the garage, Loretta strained to hear. She caught fragments like, "We can't do it now," and "She's always around." The cryptic nature of the call alarmed her. "No, not yet. She's always around. We have to wait for the right moment," Nicole said before ending the call abruptly. Loretta's heart raced. That evening, Loretta told Michael everything. "Something's definitely fishy, Michael. We need to talk to Nicole," she said, clearly unsettled. Michael nodded. "We'll ask her about the call. Maybe there's an explanation." The next day, they confronted Nicole. She appeared surprised by their serious tone. Loretta explained what she'd overheard. Nicole's reaction wasn't what they expected. She looked hurt and defensive. "I don't understand why you think such things about me," she said. "I've been nothing but loyal to Mrs. Kathy." Nicole insisted the phone call was personal and had nothing to do with Kathy. Michael and Loretta exchanged unsure glances. Nicole's emotions seemed real, but doubt lingered. Loretta felt conflicted. Could they have misunderstood? Even though Nicole maintained her innocence, Michael felt compelled to keep the cameras rolling. "We'll continue with the cameras, just to be on the safe side," he said to Loretta after Nicole left. They agreed to give Nicole another chance, but with increased vigilance. Over the next few days, Michael and Loretta monitored the footage in shifts. One evening, while reviewing the recordings, Michael noticed something unusual. Nicole entered Kathy's room in a rush, nothing like her usual calm routine. "Loretta, come here!" he called. Nicole's movements were hurried, almost frantic. She held a small bottle and seemed to administer something to Kathy. "What's in that bottle?" Loretta asked, alarmed. Michael didn't know, but something about it felt wrong. Nicole left the room quickly afterward, leaving Kathy alone. Michael replayed the footage repeatedly. This was their first concrete evidence. They contacted the authorities immediately. "We can't sit on this," Michael said, dialing the police. Loretta prepared the footage and necessary details. The authorities promised to investigate promptly. Detective Harris was assigned to the case. He reviewed the footage and collected statements. "We'll keep you posted," he said. Michael felt both relief and apprehension. Loretta shared the same uneasy anticipation. To avoid alerting Nicole, the police conducted a discreet wellness check. Detective Harris visited Kathy and Nicole, careful not to raise suspicion. "We're just here to see how you're doing," he said casually. Kathy was pleased, unaware of the true reason for their visit. Michael and Loretta stayed out of sight, hoping the investigation would uncover what they couldn't. Detective Harris advised them to act normally. "Don't let on that you've contacted us," he warned. They agreed, knowing how fragile the situation was. The next day, Detective Harris placed an undercover officer outside Kathy's house. He continued his normal routine, careful not to arouse suspicion. Then, one evening, they noticed something troubling. "Wait! Rewind that," Michael said. Loretta complied, and they watched as Nicole appeared visibly agitated. The tension between them grew. "Something's happening," Loretta whispered, sensing a turning point. While reviewing the footage with Harris, they witnessed Nicole roughly handling Kathy. "Look at the way she's treating her!" Michael exclaimed. Harris nodded gravely. This was the proof they needed. Nicole was caught on camera showing clear neglect and aggression. Later, they saw Nicole storm off after Kathy fell from her wheelchair, leaving her on the floor. "She's heartless," Loretta muttered. "This ends now," he said. Harris agreed and moved quickly. Nicole was ordered in for questioning. Michael felt some relief. Loretta stayed with Kathy, comforting her and ensuring she felt safe. The police arrived soon after. Detective Harris personally made the arrest. "Nicole James, you are under arrest," he said. Nicole looked shocked and pale as she was led away. During interrogation, Nicole tried to deny everything. "I didn't do anything wrong," she said. Harris placed the footage in front of her. "Explain this," he demanded. Nicole faltered. "That's not what it looks like," she stammered. Nicole's composure crumbled. This isn't real," she muttered, her voice cracking. Harris leaned in. "We have enough to prove otherwise. Tell us the truth." "I didn't mean to hurt her. I just wanted to scare her," she confessed. "Why?" Harris asked. Nicole hesitated, then admitted, "I thought she was hiding something valuable. She revealed that she'd overheard Kathy talk about old investments and believed cash was hidden somewhere in the house. "I thought if I pressured her, she'd tell me where it was," she explained. Nicole described how she searched the house, convinced there was hidden money. Frustrated, she admitted to using fear to try and get Kathy to talk. Harris was unmoved. "So, you scared an elderly woman over something that didn't exist?" Nicole nodded weakly, realizing the damage she had caused. Michael and Loretta were left reeling but grateful the ordeal was finally over. "It's hard to accept, but at least we know the truth now," Loretta said, trying to find some comfort in the resolution. Michael nodded, his mind still spinning from the recent events. "We did what we had to do," he replied. They both knew it was time to focus on healing and ensuring Kathy remained safe with the people who truly cared for her. Ensuring Kathy's safety once more, they took additional precautions. Michael and Loretta upgraded the home security system and arranged for a trusted neighbor to check in regularly. "We're not taking any more chances," Michael stated firmly. Kathy, though shaken, appreciated their vigilance. "Thank you for watching over me," she said softly. They made sure all the new measures were in place, giving them peace of mind. Their primary goal was to protect Kathy from any future harm. Kathy felt more secure with her family by her side, grateful for their unwavering support. Michael and Loretta visited her daily, bringing meals and spending quality time together. "You're never alone, Mom," Michael reassured her. Kathy's green eyes sparkled with gratitude, feeling the warmth of their love. They laughed and shared stories, slowly rebuilding the sense of safety and normalcy. Though the ordeal had been traumatic, it had also brought them closer, strengthening their family bond.